Hey everybody, CrossTalk FM is an English and Japanese bilingual freestyle podcast. In this podcast, we explore some cross-cultural themes and trends. I'm Andrea.
I'm Tomoya.
Okay, so this is the after show, which is the more casual version of our podcast. This is like where we get more personal.
Yep.
We talk about like lighter things and like more personal things.
Yep.
Right.
So ね。
All right. So last week on After Show, we played a game called Taboo.
タブーしました。先週。
Yeah. And this is a very popular table game or family game, party game in America.
Yes.
So basically, kind of just to recap, the point of the game is you get a card. You pull a card from the deck. The card has a word on the top. That's the key word. You're trying to give hints to the other person or the other team about that word. But on the card, there's also a list of words that you cannot use to explain that word, right?
Right.
So at the end of last week's episode, we gave our listeners a quiz. And I don't remember the hints we gave. Do you remember the hints?
Not really. I don't remember.
No, I don't remember the hints either. But we said we'd give you the answer today. And the answer is da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
パピー。
Right.
先週のクイズの答えはパピーでした。
Yeah.
はい、当たった方いらっしゃいますかね？
Probably.
Yeah.
So just to let you know, the words that we could not use, the words that were taboo or kinchi, were
Young,
dog,
playful,
furry.
kitten.
Okay, so these are the words we could not use to explain the word puppy. But if you got the word puppy, good for you. Yay!
なんでキットンを使っちゃダメだったと思うね。
Because
Kitten, puppy.
kitten and puppies kind of are opposites.
Oh,
they kind of go together because they're
Okay.
baby pets.
I see. What are we going to talk about today?
Okay, so I have a question for you. Our topic for the day is this question. What expensive activity would you like to try if you could afford it? What would you like to do if you had money?
もしあなたお金があるならどんなアクティビティをしてみたいですか？そしてあなたそれがまあお金払えるならね。
Right. So, for example, like in Japan, I think golf is something like that. Like golf is a very expensive activity in Japan because not only do you have to buy all this very expensive equipment and all the, the clothing, but also the golf courses, to play on a golf course is really expensive.
Yeah, and food too.
Yeah. So something like this would maybe be a popular answer for some people. But I want to know about you because I think you don't play golf, do you?
I don't play golf, but I used to play golf a few times with my uncle.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that.
He forced me to play a golf, and I was really into that sport.
Okay.
まあ、ちょっとまあ、やっただけっていう感じですね。
Okay. If you had a choice, though, like your own choice, what would you choose to do?
Ooh, that's a difficult question to answer. So my answer to this question is, do you know wingsuit?
Oh, I saw that on YouTube or something.
なんかこう YouTube とかでそのムササビみたいな
So, like a flying squirrel. No, I did see that.
あれ見るの結構好きで、危険だけどなんかいつかやってみたいなっていう。
Really? I would
でも
never want to do that. That looks very
flying
scary.
suits.
You look like a
Yeah.
squirrel, like a flying squirrel. Do you know how much that costs?
I don't know, probably very expensive.
Okay.
Maybe I should start with paragliding.
Oh, that's
First.
That's dangerous too.
Yeah. まあそこからですか。まあパラグライディングかな。I should say.
You really want to fly?
I do.
Really?
Actually.
I'm surprised. That really surprises me, actually.
You know what? Maybe even paragliding is dangerous, so I can buy the thing, that flies in the air, and you can control with your controller.
Like a drone.
Drone. そうそう。遠回しに言ったな。Drone.
That's cute. That's cute.
So drone, you have to see the thingy, and then you control it, right?
Yes.
From with your eyeballs.
Well, I think you can attach a camera to the drone and you can see what the drone sees with like your camera if you have a different camera in your hand.
Right. So
you don't actually necessarily have to see the drone.
Right. There's the drone called FPV drones, and you can, as she said, you can see through what the drone sees.
Yeah. Well, I'm just thinking like, this is not a good example. This is a bad example. But for example, drones used in wars, you can't see it going into the buildings, but they send drones into the buildings and they have to control it just based on like what the drone can see. So they control the drone through remote control based on the video footage. Yeah.
そうね。まあでもそれもやってみたいね。なんか、
Okay.
やったことないからその空に飛んで、ふわーってこうね。
You could easily do skydiving though, or parasailing here.
パラセーリング。
Yeah.
yeah.
Parasailing, is that what it's called?
パラグライダー。
Paragliding. Okay. You could do that. You could do that here.
パラグライディング or FPV drone.
Okay. There used to be a drone school here where
used
we
to
live.
be,
Yeah, it used to be. It doesn't exist
gone.
anymore. Yeah, it's gone.
Oh my god.
Yeah, not enough people wanted to do it, so they went out of business.
Yeah, and then
Unfortunately.
regulation for drone is very hard. It's strict.
It's very strict, and especially in Japan, because I think a lot of the land, the surface area is like where people live. So you're not allowed to fly drones over people's houses or over like man-made structures. You can fly it like over forest or over sea, over water, but you can't fly it over people's heads, basically. But in Japan, there's not a lot of land that hasn't been developed. So I think it's tricky.
It is, indeed. So how about you, Andrea-san? What expensive activity would you like to try?
I'm not really into thrill sports. So like the flying thing is not for me. I would never try that. But you know me, I like to eat. Why did you snort? Why did you snort?
This question said expensive activity.
Yes. So I love to eat. So if I had the money, I would go to like the best restaurants in the world and have dinner.
Oh my god.
Like, where the dinner's like, $3,000 kind of thing.
Like
30万円の晩ご飯とか.
What could be an expensive dinner of food? Like steak?
No. Like creative, like Michelin 5-star, 3-star, 5-star restaurants.
行ったことないからもうその
私も行ったことないよ。
アイディアにもなかった。
私も行ったことない。
ミシュランね。
Yeah.
まあ確かにそれは
yeah.
一生に一回は行ってみたいね。
Yeah. So actually, I don't really care about the Michelin rating. That doesn't interest me whatsoever. But that kind of like really hot cuisine, that kind of very fancy cooking that the chefs spend a lot of time like creating. I'm interested in that kind of menu. So I'd like to try that.
Yeah. いいね。
Yeah.
So what kind of cuisine do you want to try? Like Chinese, Japanese, or Western?
I would try probably, what is it called? Like fusion, where it's not just like one kind of country's cuisine. It's just whatever the chef wants. Probably it'd be Western, like French.
French.
Yeah. I think most of the Michelin restaurants are French style.
Oh.
So like you might have a restaurant in London, but it wouldn't be like fish and chips. It would be like creative cuisine. It would be creative cuisine. Yeah.
まあね、美味しいけどね、fish and chips.
I'm sure. Yeah.
You know, there's not only fancy restaurant listed on Michelin book.
Right.
You know.
Right. There's ramen shops and udon shops and things like that.
Yeah, but more like there's a more like a tiny restaurant owned by like individual person
Yeah.
is also listed on a Michelin guide
Okay.
with a 1 star.
Okay. I'm if I had the money though, like the question is what expensive activity would you do if you had the money? I would do the 3-star restaurants.
Okay.
Because 1 star I can afford. I can do that now if I wanted to. But like 3-star, it's just kind of out of my budget, right?
Right.
Yeah.
ということで、以上でいいかな?
Okay. Well, what would you guys do if you had money to do an expensive activity? Please leave us a comment or you can send us an email. Our email address is
info@crosstalk.me.
Okay, so please send us an email if you feel like being on the show. We'd love to have you guys write us and give us some ideas and give us some feedback. And just tell us, what would you like to do if you had extra money to enjoy an expensive activity?
はい。あと、アフターショーで、リスナーの方からの、お便りを募集しております。まあ、この英語でちょっとあった、まあちょっとしたお悩み、ちょっとした
質問とか、
質問
わからないこととか、悩みとか、
悩みとか、
何でもいいです。
何でもいい。あと、海外旅行であった、まあ実験、まあ良かったこととか、
困ったこととか、
そうね、あと
謎のこととか、
おすすめの映画とか、まあ本とかね、教えてくれたら嬉しいなと思いますんで、
いいですね。
はい、お便りもお待ちしております。
いいですね。All right, that's all for this episode. If you like our podcast, be sure to subscribe wherever you're listening right now. Also, please do rate and review us. Your rating helps other listeners find our podcast.
And we just started a new series called The After Show, which is this episode. It's a bit more casual and a bit more personal and maybe just a bit more fun.
Yeah, and you can check out our main podcast also.
Yes.
All right, this is CrossTalk signing off, bringing you English your way every week.
Keep listening and keep shining. Bye.